What's happening guys, it's Abhinav from PhoneBunch and this is our hands-on impressions of the Xiaomi Mi Max, the phone with a 6.44-inch 1080p display. Now the Xiaomi Mi Max runs on the Snapdragon 650 with 3GB of RAM, 32GB of onboard storage, 16 megapixel rear, 5 megapixel front camera. If those specs sound familiar, it is because the Mi Max is almost a blown up version of the Redmi Note 3, and blown up it is with a 6.44-inch 1080p display which is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 3. Now you also have a massive 4850 mAh battery which should easily last you at least one day on a full charge. Now this is a dual SIM 4G LTE cable device and you have a hybrid SIM card slot to expand storage or use two separate SIM cards. Now at the top of the phone you'll find the audio jack as well as the infrared blaster and secondary noise cancellation mic. Moving to the right of the device you have the power lock and unlock button as well as the volume rocker, both of which are made out of metal and were very sturdy as well. On the sides of the phone you can also notice the chamfered edges. The back is slightly rounded as is the front panel with a 2.5D curved glass, which does make the phone slightly easier to hold. At the bottom of the phone you have the single speaker, micro USB port for data syncing and charging, as well as the microphone. Moving to the back of the device you have a 16 megapixel f2.0 camera, dual LED flash and the fingerprint sensor right up top. The fingerprint sensor is positioned a bit awkwardly. You would have to change the grip of the device to easily access it. This is quite a huge device, I really can't say that enough times. You have to use this phone in two hands. Now the phone is actually quite thin at 7.5mm and weighs in at around 200 grams. So that does make the phone slightly easier to hold. Although the chamfers on the side did dig in a bit into my palms. Now coming to the front of the device you have the proximity and light sensors, 5 megapixel front camera and there's a notification LED somewhere there too. And just below the display you have capacitive buttons which again do light up. That is actually good to see. The bezel around the display isn't that large, but it is quite visible at least on this variant. Now the display here really looked sharp, it had wide viewing angles and the touch response also seemed quite good. Which now brings me to the camera which has good shutter speed. There are some modes available as well. This is a default camera app that we have seen several times with MIUI 7. You have some filters baked in as well for easy access and you can capture 4K videos with this rear camera. Now these are some of the samples taken in sort of low light and these did turn out quite alright, but there is some amount of noise. Now I won't comment on the camera much, just have a look at some of these images. We will be checking the camera out later in our full review. This is just a first look. Which now brings me to software. So the Mi Max is running on Android Marshmallow based MIUI 7.5. It will get upgraded to MIUI 8 when it becomes available later in July. Smooth performance here as well, lot of customization with themes and there is not much bloat on the device, at least on this unit. Now, as you can see here, Android 6.0.1 and we have the March security patch pre-installed here. Now out of the 32 gigs of storage, you will get about 22 odd gigs when you get the device. And well, USB OTG was also supported here. Now this is the 3GB RAM variant on which we had about 1.6 gigs free when no apps were running in the background. Now there are some neat features here. This is the quick ball feature where you can invoke certain commands like back, home, menu, as well as open up different apps. Performance was generally swift on this device. I didn't notice any lag, apps opened up quickly, and well, this phone is actually meant for multimedia consumption. That is something I would have to test later on. The speaker however did sound quite alright in the limited time that I spent with the device. Overall, the build on the device is really solid. It is quite a huge device, it really can't be used in one hand, but it does fit in your pocket to an extent. Now the Xiaomi Mi Max will be available starting July 6th on mi.com, priced at Rs 14,999. Later on July 13th, it will be available on Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal on open sale. There is a 4GB RAM variant with 128 gigs of storage and Snapdragon 652 priced at just Rs 19,999. So both these phones seem to be good value for money, just like the Redmi Note 3, if you can live with that huge screen. I would like to know your opinion on devices with such large displays. If you have any questions about this device, Do hit us in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day.